The Chicago Bulls get a rare win at home. They took down the Birds today in a win over the Atlanta Hawks. We're going to talk about it all and more, but you know what we got to do first? Go and play that intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Sir Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content, man. The Chicago Bulls get a much-needed home win against the Atlanta Hawks, and this was a matchup against the two teams with the fastest pace in the NBA. And so this was always going to be a high-powered offensive night for both teams. But the thing that was special about this, and I said this at the halftime hangout, whichever team was able to shoot the ball more effectively or be more efficient in the second half of the game was probably going to be the team that comes away with this win. In the second half of this game, the Chicago Bulls shoot 66% overall from the field and 56% from three. In just the second half, they have 21 assists on 27 made baskets, 10 turnovers. We all know that when it comes down to it. Also in the second half of this game, the Chicago Bulls out-rebounded the Atlanta Hawks by 4. Now, this was a game in the first half where the Atlanta Hawks out-rebounded the Bulls, even though the Bulls had a 7-point lead. And that's why I highlighted the fact that it was going to be really important whichever team could be efficient in the second half of this game. And that was the Chicago Bulls. And the second half helped push them to over 50% shooting from the game. In the game overall, 57% and 44% from three. That's really big when it comes down to it. And a lot of the Bulls who have been cold really woke up this game. Josh Giddey with 18 points, going 8 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range. He only had 2 turnovers to 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and 2 block shots in this game. Zach LaVine with 26 points, going 11 of 18 shooting in this game. Ayo Dosunmu with 20 points. He gets put in the starting lineup as the starting power forward with Patrick Williams and Torrey Craig out. He goes 8 of 10 from the field with 8 assists as well, 3 rebounds in this game. Kobe White has 20 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. And Nikola Vucevic with 18 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks from Nikola Vucevic in this game. Hey, listen. That's not even counting the contributions off the bench. The Bulls had 6 players in double digits off this bench. Jalen Smith, Sticks was back looking like the player that he was to start off this season. 4 or 5 from three-point range, 5 rebounds in this game, 2 block shots. He had 13 points. Dalen Terry with 12 points, 4 assists, 2 steals as well in this game. And for the people that have been hating on Dalen Terry's offense, Dalen Terry has been playing some damn good basketball as far as overall on both sides of the ball. Dalen Terry might I say, may be turning into and proving that he's going to be a two-way player in this league, especially with the pace that the Chicago Bulls play in. And then you get 9 points from Matas Buzelis. He has 20 minutes. He has 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and 9 points. That's a really good night from Matas Buzelis. He actually plays more minutes than Julian Phillips in this game as well. Julian Phillips only played 7 minutes in this game. So listen, I tell you what right now, this is a game against the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm going to throw that caveat out there. But listen, the Hawks are the team that are at the Bulls level. When you look at it, like I said, in the standings, the Bulls and the Hawks are right there neck and neck with each other in defense, in scoring, and everything. And I tell you what, the Bulls came out and they won this game at me. This is their second win over the Hawks this season so far. And the opponent matters in this game. Only 9 deep into the bench today. No THT, no ball-headed hoe, no spicy Javon Carter. None of those guys in this one. So, it is what it is when it comes down to it. But, I tell you what, if Matas Buzelis starts making some threes, Matas Buzelis easily, with just the same shots that he took, he only took 8 shots, could have had 12, 14 points tonight had he hit a 3 or so. Like, one more 3 or something. So, this is a really good game from the Bulls. They also get to the free throw line 21 times in this game. That's something you don't want to overlook either. We've really been losing on the free throw discrepancy the last couple of games as well. So the Bulls are, this was a good team win. 36 assists on 49 made baskets today. Really good. Really good. And when the Bulls are rocking and rolling offensively like this, they can beat just about anybody. They really can beat just about anybody. 6 players in double digits for the Chicago Bulls, almost 7. If Manos Busilis would have scored one more point, that's big. I'm sorry, no, there was 7 players, almost 8 players in double digits. My bad. Apparently, I can't count. That Shea gene kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. So, really good game in this one, man. This was a fun win by the Chicago Bulls and a fun game overall. And that's what. Listen, the Bulls have played a lot of fun games. I want to be clear. A lot of the games that the Bulls have played this season have been fun. It's more fun, of course, when you get a win. And it was really good to see this team step up and play the way that they did, man. It was just great to see. Great to really see, man. Young Soul says a good win, season high 136. That's what we like to see. Hey, more importantly, the win. That's what I care about it. The win, right? Brock says Giddey is him. Hey, Giddey got to do this a lot more before we can say he's him. But really great game from Giddey today. And I love the way that he responded. I talked about on today's daily episode how he was challenged by Billy Donovan. And Giddey was just played with a lot more poise and confidence. I was starting to worry about Josh Giddey's confidence there. And that's when you really start worrying about a player the most, is when their confidence starts being shaken. Hopefully this is a game to help Josh Giddey get that confidence back, and we'll see how it builds off of it. Shay, I really hate these games because it seems like teams are just looking to score for a trophy that is meaningless. Well, this isn't an NBA. Oh, no, is this a cup? Yeah, this is an NBA Cup game. I always get confused on the days that it is. But listen, I mean, the point differential matters. I mean, it is what it is. Point differential matters. Dell and Harry really affected the temple of the game. That's crazy. I missed the game tonight. It was tomorrow. I'm cooked. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I mean, we do play tomorrow too, King Cap. It's a back-to-back. So we do play tomorrow as well. There's a monetary incentive, Shay. That means something. That definitely does mean something. Josh is easily the player of the game. Listen, Josh played great today. Josh played absolutely great today. Josh Giddey can ball. We all know, like, Josh Giddey can ball. He just got to do it consistently, man. He got to do it consistently. Huge game for Josh Giddey tonight, showing that he can play and be our starting point guard. Io did his thing both ways. Yeah, yeah. Listen, and listen, Io always cooks the Atlanta. You know what? I wonder what Io DeSumo. Let's see. I just want to see what Io DeSumu's averages are against the Hawks. So he averages 12.6 points, 3.4 assists, and 2.4 rebounds. So not crazy, but when you look at the last 5 games against the Hawks, 19-7-4, 29-2-7, 15-3-1, 19-2-4, and 23-8. Yeah, the last 5 games, he's absolutely cooked the Atlanta Hawks. The thing that really brings down his average is that he had a game where he scored 0 points against the Hawks and 2 points. You take those away, he's actually cooked the Hawks pretty well. 7 Bulls had double-digit scoring, and Modest had 9 points. Outstanding. Yeah, very great balance here. And that's what happens when you spread the ball out. When the Bulls have 30-something assists on 40 made baskets, yeah, for sure. For sure. Let Io go off on the Hawks and stopping Trae Young. Hey, listen. Josh Giddey plus 20 plus minus was massive too. Listen, Josh Giddey talked about it. He said that plus minus matters to him, basically, that he feels it is indicative of the impact you have on a game. So for sure. Minus help defense and blocks were a standout this game. Future is bright. Stand out to Dalen Terry, to Sniper. Listen, Dalen Terry has already shown that he can get active offensively. If you're going to get defensively, if you're going to get a Dalen Terry that's shooting the ball well too, watch out. Watch out. I'll tell you that. Watch out. Dalen Terry's been unreal. Dalen Terry's having a really good stretch. And this is the benefit of playing. You want to play your young players because it's not just about them immediately coming out the gates firing, right? It's about how they build off of it. And when you look at Dalen Terry's last few games, let's take a breakdown and look at it real quick. So tonight he had 12 points, which is good. 12, 4, and 2 steals. Last game against Milwaukee he had 10 points, 2 points, 4.6 points. So not a great overall, but you got to take away from just the scoring aspect. Like, Dalen Terry has been giving really good defense and energy for the Bulls. So I'm so sick of the Giddy hate. Dude is good. Listen, it's gonna happen. Like that, and the thing that we say, it's gonna come with scrutiny. Much like Zach LaVine after he signed the largest contract in Bulls history, Dalen Terry got traded for one of the most beloved Bulls. It's gonna come with some harsh criticisms at times. You just gotta take it. It is what it is. 10 blocks. Not sure I've seen us get 10 blocks recently. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Turnovers are still terrible, but the Hawks out terribled us on the turnovers. Yeah, I mean, turnovers with the way that the Bulls are playing fast just to play fast on possessions, right? It's always going to be sloppy. Like, I really wish the Bulls would get that underway because if they do, hey, it could be so much of an offense if they're able to get that underway and get that together. Modest confidence from three is amazing for a guy who can't hit them. God help the opposition when he starts going in. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Gets us more work to do on D. I like when he's aggressive and uses his size to guard matchups. Shot confidence down still. Legs look stiff from D work in the gym. That first of all, use some punctuation, my boy. Wayne, I love you, but use some punctuation. But yeah. Team is fun to watch. We're gonna get our heads kicked in sometimes. We're gonna be, yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen, bro. Spicy J Carter is diabolical. You must be stopped, Haize. What? Listen, it is what it is, man. How good was the Aussie and Aussie crime when Josh blocked Dyson on the lob? Hey, listen, you got to do what you got. Ain't no friends between those lines. This is random, but Shay's beef with the English language is more entertaining than Drake and Kendrick beef. Yeah, because I mean, listen, the Kendrick and Drake beef was also one-sided, but Shay's one-sided beef with the English language is just like, why? Why do you have beef with the English language? What did the English language really do to you, Shay? What happened? What happened? This was a great team win for the Bulls. I'm happy that Modest Bucilis got his chance to help the Bulls win. And he played well tonight along with Dalen Terry. Dalen Harry, you guys had to be there for the halftime hangout to get that joke. But yeah, man, Dalen Terry played really good today. And listen, the Dalen Terry to Modest Bucilis pass was beautiful. Modest Bucilis dunks tonight were beautiful. So yeah. DT got some point guard skills like those head up passes on the break. Yeah, he does. He does. A lot of people thought he'd play point guard coming into the league, but he is, and especially in transition. Dalen Terry passing, like half court passing, Dalen Terry still worries me sometimes because he gambles on passes that I think he used to make in high school, but it's just too much length in the NBA. But Dalen Terry on the fast break in transition passing is really beautiful. It's really beautiful. The Giddy black block on Dyson. Yep, that was fun. That was fun. Kobe Ion Giddy combining for 25 assists. That's crazy work. And that, hey, listen, and that's what you want to see. The benefit of having multiple guards out there should be that the passing and you can get a lot of people involved. You can move that ball around. So, not to say that I love seeing the fact that we played 4 guards out there with Vooch today, but you got to do what you got to do. How the fuck are we sitting in the 6th seed, 6 man? The East is terrible right now. Oh no, see that's the thing. The East isn't terrible. The East is just all bunched up because there's a lot of parity in the East. I don't think the East is terrible. If you watch some of these games, the East isn't really terrible. It's just that between like the top 3 to 4 teams in the East and 5 to 10 are all like there's all varying degrees against the between those guys. So yeah, but the Bulls who were 11th coming into this are now 7th right now. So, it is what it is, man. It's funny how motherfuckers talk about my spelling, but back in the day, motherfuckers was calling Zach LaVine, Zach Lasagna, and John Morant. Yeah, okay, Shay, that's fine. But your spelling still generally sucks. Like, I mean, that's cool. I get it. I get it that you're in your feelings right now. But come on, bro. Come on. We're talking about every stream for the last 10 games, bro. The Bulls are the prove it team this season. If you can beat them, you have a real chance in the spring. If you can't, you're doomed in the playoffs. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's a funny way to look at that. Brother Haize, what's going on, my guy? Peace and blessings, brother. What's going on, Shady? Love the Bulls winning. Now, you better goddamn well love the win tonight, my boy. We needed this win. No, for real. All jokes aside, we needed this win, man. It's Sag season, bitches. Oh yeah, by the way, my birthday is on December 5th. I'm a Sag. So y'all make sure y'all mark. Do we play on this? I think we play the 6th. I don't think we play on my actual birthday. Let's see. We may play on my actual birthday. Come on, load, you bastard. Yeah, we play the Spurs on my birthday. Get to see the Bulls take on Wemby on my birthday. That'll be fun. How you liking Modest playing time? Listen, Modest is gaining confidence, and that's why you play young players. So always a good night when you get a dub over loose fade, Trey Young, and then backyard chickens. That is crazy. The game where Io scores 0 points. I think that's the game where Trey kicked him in the dick. Yeah, that is the game. It was either that or the 2 point game. But yeah, Josh Giddey dunk on a Josh Giddey block dunk on the same night. What the fuck is happening? Hey, it is what it is, man. Call me delusional, but I think we might end up doing something this season. Bro, it's not like don't let a win over the Hawks confuse you, bro. Don't let the win over the Hawks fool you. If Modest plays his entire career as a Bull, he'll go down as the first or second best player in Bulls history. TBO, listen, I know that we're all excited about the Bulls win, and I know you probably did a line of coke because you got excited over the win. But here's the thing, TBO, stop doing crack and shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. We love you, but just shut up. Just shut up. Stop typing. Modest just said on post game that he will be taking P. Will under his wing as a dunking coach. That is hilarious. Always a good night when you get a dub over loose. You already said that. What do we? Come on, man. First of all, shout out. Wait, hold on. Do I still got my troll pictures in here? Shout out to Trey Young's daddy coming through. Shout out to Trey Young's father coming through and supporting his son even after a loss. We appreciate you, big fella, for coming through. We appreciate you, my guy. Always appreciate it. Modest being the best player in Bulls history, like, bro, like TBO be doing some shit, bro. Like, that's crazy. For those Io versus Giddy people and the plus minus lovers, Josh was plus 10, Io was plus 1. That's so crazy. Plus minus is a weird stat. But here's the thing, and I think I said this even during then. Play them together. Actually play good together. Play them together. Haize, who's got the worst hairline for a young man, Trey Young or THT? THT's hairline isn't that bad. It's the fact that, oh no, it's bad. But it's also that he's thinning in the middle. But Trey Young got that, like, that he got cradle cap as a grown man. That's worse, bro. Having cradle cap as a grown man is bad. And for those that don't have children, you may not know what cradle cap is. But cradle cap as a grown ass man is wild, bro. It's wild. It's wild. People got to realize when you have foot injuries, it's hard to get bounced, especially when it comes to dunking. 7 wins for the season is more than I thought they'd have. They're keeping up with the other team, shockingly. Also, do they move forward in the in-season tournament? Well, you don't know. We're not in the knockout rounds yet. So the knockout rounds don't start till December. This is only our second cup game, I think, too. So we still got to play the rest of our group. So we don't know yet. Oh yeah, Io was great. I'm more pointing out how dumb using the plus minus stat is. Oh yeah, yeah. You got to use that, pair that with what you see, because basically the plus minus, like if you're out there when the other team goes on a bad run, like your plus minus is gonna be fucked unless you're out there when you guys get the lead back. So it's kind of how it goes. I would say watching this Hawks team play was real icky. I think they got real problems. I get that they beat Boston once, but they're just an icky team. Well, I mean, listen, when you have adult Cradle Cap as your franchise player, it's going to be hard not to just feel icky, right? But listen, this Hawks team does have some young talent. Like they really do. All jokes aside, Dyson is really good for them. What he's turning into as a player is really good. You got Risha Share there. I like them over. Like the Hawks got some young talent now. The question is, are they gonna use it to build around Trey, or are they gonna use it to move Trey and get younger? That's the only question really that's ahead of them for me personally. Another four. Dyson Daniel got to lead the NBA in steals, right? He has to lead the NBA in steals. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What the fuck is that? He doesn't. Oh, that's 2000. I said 2024, 25. Why are you giving me the 2023, 24 numbers? Dyson Daniel. Yeah, Dyson Daniel. Dyson Daniel is averaging 3.1 steals per game. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alexander Smith says, I have so much more fun watching the young talent play. Love Levine and Cooch. You love Cooch? Shout out to Alexander who admitting he loved Cooch. Hey, shout out to that, bro. I was a little bit worried about you. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know if you actually liked Cooch or not, but I'm glad that you like Cooch. That's great. That's great. Hey, shout out to you. But can't wait for them to go. Hey, I feel where you're coming from on that one, though, all jokes aside. I bet Andre Drummond wish he stayed. No, he didn't. I tell you that right now. No, he doesn't. Adult cradle cap. I'm telling y'all, adult cradle cap is real, bro. Is real. Jay says, I think this was our biggest point differential in a win. Go Bulls. Is it? Maybe. It may be. Adam Amin said he did. He leads the league by 10 steals, and that's without having any the last two games. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hayes, is Ja doubtful and Smart questionable for tomorrow? Why is Memphis favored by 5 over us? Because the Bulls have sucked. So that's why. Like people aren't going to give the Bulls the benefit of the doubt. So we'll see. Troy, that's a lot of hope on. Oh, they're talking about NBL. I don't know those guys, so I'm just skipping that because I just don't know. Why do you say that, Hayes? They only won 3 games. What are you talking about? Who you talk? I don't know what you're talking about, Sydney. If I said something earlier like the chat's been going so much, I don't even remember what you're referring to, bro. Sis, I'm sorry. Think Bulls go from 12th to 6th in the Eastern Conference. Yay, no lottery, so us. No, it's definitely gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Don't let this one game fool you about the Bulls in regards to bet. Yeah, listen, I listen to people asking why are is a team like Memphis favored over us because they're Memphis and we're Chicago. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. Oh, Drummond to the 76ers? Because listen, it's still you still got hope, right? He's getting paid. Um, and there's still hope. Like they got hope to still turn around their season. I guarantee he's not here tripping about being here playing behind Billy Donovan, worried if Billy Donovan's going to play him some games or not. Right? You think it would have been a possibility for us to trade for Dyson instead of Giddy? Would have Dyson been a better fit for Chicago instead of Gid? Um, they got Giddy. I mean, they got who did Dyson? Um, they got him in that trade for with New Orleans, right? So Um, no, because I think that they are after a player that brought what DeJounte brought as far as shooting wise as well, even though he broke his hand. So I don't think that would have been a realistic thing for the Bulls to go after Dyson. Julian says, new follower here, big Bulls fan, but what do you think we need to do to be more efficient as a winning team besides a new coach? A lot. Like, I mean, gotta be more efficient from defense. We gotta have an actual defense. Um, I would say we need more rim protection, more consistent rim protection. Uh, we're better from three than I thought we coming into the season. We just need roster balance. We have a very bad imbalance roster wise. We got talent, but it's just like it's a lot of it's all in like the same position. So we just need better balance. Better balance, I think, would help a lot too. Bulls can win the cup. I mean, it's a possibility. I said before, for the Bulls to win the cup, they would have to have an upset either Boston or the Cavs in one of these games. We already played the Cavs in our cup game. I think our cup game against Boston is next week, I believe. Let's see. And then we already played Boston in our cup game. No. So Boston next Friday, we play them in our cup game. We would have to upset Boston because we already lost against the Cavs. If we can get a win over Boston, we already got a win over Atlanta. There's a possibility that we can move into the knockout round, but we gotta step it up there. Haize, will you be shocked if the Chicago Bulls have a winning record in the month of December, seeing how bipolar this team is? Yeah, probably. I mean, to be honest with you, like when you look at the month of December and how it's going to go for the Bulls, like in December we got Brooklyn, who's played us tough. We got Indiana, Phillies. Listen, if Joel Embiid plays, like you saw Philly tonight, they got to win. 2 games against Boston in December, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Charlotte. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. And the big homie says, I know this is outside the top, but I know you're a music fiend, man. That Kendrick album is bananas. Don't you know? If you heard, I listened to the album like 4 times. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's literally an amazing album. Pete and Boz. Oh, did they? The hip hop grandfathers, they dropped their album. Hey, listen, they're just fun, bro. They're just fun. It's like what Adam and Mean said. Do we play the guys we're trying to showcase for a trade? Do we play the young guys and let them develop? Or do we play our stars and win? Because we can't do all three. That's a great quote there from Adam and Mean. Great quote from him. Is 36 assists the most the Bulls have had in the game? No, I think we had more in the game this season. I could be wrong there, but I think we had more in the game. I think we probably had 36 assists again in the game this season. Of course, we are versus the 2 best teams in the East in this tournament. Yeah, I mean, but you got to look at the other teams in our group are the Washington Wizards and the Atlanta Hawks. That's why I said if you can upset one of the Cavs or one of Boston, you got a chance to move out to the next knockout round because we can beat the Wizards. We just beat the Hawks. So if you can upset Boston, you got a chance. You got a chance there. Or is it Brooklyn? No, I think it is the Wizards that are in the. Let's see. Do. Nickelodeon. Ah. Yeah. So we already lost to the Cavs. We got to win over the Atlanta Hawks. We got the Wizards coming up and Boston coming up. If we can beat the Wizards and upset Boston, we're probably going to move to the knockout round. Big shout out to Jalen Smith. Hasn't had a lot of love in the chat tonight, but 4 for 5 from 3, and is gigantic from the big man. I mean, Jalen Smith is basically taking all threes. Like, I just want to look at it real quick. Most of his shots are threes. Like, he's not taking very much at the rim. We're not getting. I thought we would use him as more of a lob threat because he can be that, but we're not really doing that as much as I thought that we would do, especially with having as many point guards as we have in the rotation. But overall, he's hitting the three really good. So Jalen Smith, for example, he's averaging 6 shots per game, and 3.5 of those shots are threes. So, Haize, what do you think Giddey playing forward tonight? He's definitely tall. He didn't play forward tonight. He didn't. He played guard. If you look at it, he played guard. That's why Ayo Dosunmu didn't actually guard Trae Young as much as he's done in the past. Listen, it's not just about height. It's about strength. It's about athleticism. It's also about foot speed. Josh Giddey is not a forward, and he's not going to be good at guarding forwards. He's just not. If anything, he needs to learn to use his size better, right? Now, he did guard Dyson Daniels on some possessions, make no mistake about it, but Josh Giddey mainly played point guard tonight, and that's what he's going to do. Every other game Io and Giddey have been in the front court together was ass, Haize. No, it wasn't. That's not true. I hold on. I'll bring up the minutes for you right now. See, this is why I love that I've turned into such a basketball stat nerd, because when people say things, I'll be like, well, actually, because Josh Giddey and Kobe White and Josh Giddey and Iota Sumo are actually one of the Bulls' best lineups as far as point differential. But I can prove it. Give me 1 second. So with Josh Giddey, Iota Sumu, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic, that lineup is plus 4.9 differential on the season, and they average 120 points per 100 possessions. With Josh Giddey and there's another one. With Josh Giddey, Kobe White, and Io DeSumo, that's the one that's bad. That lineup is bad. That's negative 31. That's probably going to go up after tonight. But then the other one, Josh Giddey, Io DeSumo, P. Will, Jalen Smith, and Nikola Vucevic, that lineup is plus 17 on the season, and they average 110 points per 100 possessions. So it's not true. Now, it's one lineup that's bringing that down badly, but that was also the lineup that played today, and this didn't update today. So I'll be interested to see what that ends up being after today, because these advanced analytics won't go in until after night. But there are more positive lineups with Io and Giddey in them than negative ones. This is. Check out the Australian First Nation hip hop band 3%, Just One Nation National Award here. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. The announcer did announce Giddey as a forward when they introduced him in the starting lineup, but yeah, Giddey is a pass first point guard. On that topic alone, like trading our stars, I feel like my opinion is we don't benefit from trading our stars. I don't want to watch 3 years of being see, that's the thing. We don't benefit as fans because we got to watch our team lose, but the team does benefit. You benefit from getting better opportunities at draft picks. You get better because here's the thing. I get what you're saying. Watching the team lose 3 years sucks. But as a business, a team going 3 years of making it to the play-in and not making it in the playoffs, and then thus not getting a good draft pick, hurts your future. And that's what they have to look at it as. That's what they have to look at it as. So, Giddey had a great game tonight. Can't lie. Yeah, Giddey had a great game. You can't, objectively, you can't hate on that. Giddey had a great game today. Great game today. We got four guards and Vooch as a starting lineup. Now that's unbalanced. It is what it is. Laughing my ass off. Damn, this is the first time I pull the Bull schedule and shit. The middle of the month is scary. And then look at January. Then go look at January. So look at December. Look at the middle of the month. And then go look at January. And then come back and tell. That's why, listen, I said it. You guys can go back to when the season first started. I said by the middle of January, we're going to know exactly who this team is. Because Lord knows, January is a fucking gauntlet for the Bulls, man. Yeah. January is going to be interesting. We finish January with Golden State. Again, Philly, I'm always scared of because if Joel Embiid's playing, because the Bulls have just not historically been good. But Golden State, Philly, Denver, Boston, Toronto. Yeah, it's going to be a little tough. It's going to be a little tough. I've asked Tim St. Clair about introducing Giddey as a guard instead of a forward. It's because Zach is introduced as a guard. You can only have 2 guards in the intro, but they are considering changing Zach. Exactly. When you look at when the Bulls released the starting lineups on the graphic, Giddey's always listed as the point guard. So, but all right, y'all, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. You guys are amazing. The best supportive group in all of YouTube and podcasts, and I appreciate you guys so much for that. Make sure you guys are following the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullCentralPod@gmail.com. Tomorrow is mailbag day, so make sure you guys leave your text messages and our voicemails for anything in regards to the Chicago Bulls. The number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See Red if you can, y'all. Peace.
Presentation of the Break Media.